What's happening, YouTube? Me being silly as usual. So you can tell I dyed some of the grays on my chin. I'm dropping too much wisdom. That's why they pop it in. Enough of the rhyming. Anyways, I'm gonna do a small insert on something I've been thinking about lately, but more so on something I've always been observing. And I've observed, because I'm always a quiet watcher. I'm closer to conscious than the average person. I'm closer to actual consciousness. But I digress. One thing that I had a lady talk to me about 2 days ago when we were both getting loaded, she slightly mentioned how things get knocked out of your hand, like angels, demons, random shit. It's weird. I love it though. For mature people that randomly feel comfortable about talking about subjects that are normally taboo with the rest of humanity. She was a white lady, by the way. Doesn't matter. I just wanted to put that in there. Give credit where credit's due. But awesome. But the fact is, yes, we experience these weird events. We all do. Even if I'm one of the only few people that fucking express it openly. Like, you're holding something, and this happens to me every single day. Like, I have like a toothpick thing that you stick into the fruit, because I don't eat meat. And I have nothing on my hand, and there's no magnetic static charge that's creating even though our body is a frequential magnetic thing, which I can, you know what I mean? I guess I can give credence to, but so are things that are not within physical form wholly. And this is my point. Like, where I'm touching things and things will stick to my hand. Not just like not this. Let me show so I'm not just talking stupid. This. Like, I'm picking it up out of here and it's sticking to my hand. And I shake it off and I pick it up and I place it behind this little place where my phone holder is, and it's still sticking to my hand and there's nothing to it. And this happens to random objects like phones, anything. It's very weird. Papers, random shit. It's always been this way, but it varies. And as you know, as an observant person, I pay attention to, like, this happens after a day or two, or maybe 12 hours after meditating, moving meditation, which is like mindfulness. Anywho, now on a subject that I really wanted to talk about. The subject that I wanted to talk about is the fact that if you're like me, even partially like me, you notice that there are NPCs. This is not a theory, this is fucking facts. So, there are NPCs, and even people that we love, like, that share the same blood. Like, it's not even DNA, it's not a genetic thing. Even though some areas have it more than others, aka white people, it's not even genetics. It could be anywhere. Anybody could be a fucking NPC. People that you've grown accustomed to. And, like, now that we got the genetic part, whatever out of the way, in the physical realm out of the way, you'll find NPCs in different realms, and it'll be quite evident to you. Like, say you're drinking alcohol and everybody's brain dead, and they're giving their body up to spirits. Al-Kulu. That's one way. 2, NPCs, where people don't have any individual thought and they're scared to think outside of the box because they subconsciously know they'll be punished for it. 3, when you're smoking weed and you're the only motherfucker in the group. This is when I was younger and shit. You're the only motherfucker that's daring to think out the box, ask questions, and it's taboo for you to think. You know what I mean? Even though the Bible says that question all things. Like, and they're doing exactly, like, you're starting to look at yourself like, wait a minute, these people are literally living to do exactly opposite of the Bible. And it's not, regardless of the substance, whether it's alcohol, marijuana, or for any other younger motherfuckers, I don't know, like, whatever you're choosing, whatever you're choosing to fuck around with that you probably shouldn't fuck around with, like, it still applies all the same. Hold on. The truck is acting funky. The trans is weird and giving me trouble just for backing up. This truck is problem solving. I don't know. I'm pretty sure in the last video you've seen one light that I had to detach up there that's like been blinking on and off. Then this light was trying to do it today. I have no idea. Hold on, I gotta pause that. I don't like that fuzzy shit. Let me sec. Back. I think. Let me keep on reversing. But I was thinking, and I'm not trying to make it too long-winded, with NPCs, this is an NPC / weird metaphysical thing. I'm just gonna type NPC and place it there. It's something that we need to take notice. I've noticed, and we need to constantly take notice. NPCs are mainly here, not only for filler, but to search and expand our weaknesses. Like, be lazy, just smoke weed, sit down, don't read the Bible, don't read books, don't study, don't become curious, don't question things, because curiosity leads for an expansion for more. Don't do that. That's an expansion of weakness. And even if you destroyed all those habits, which I have long time ago, all the substances, all mind altering things other than prayer and meditation and working out and deep internal thought, everything else that's mind expanding and mind altering, I don't even fuck with. Far from it. And I don't recommend it for anybody. I recommend you go to the Bible route. And if you do it, I recommend you eat a shitload of shrooms once and then read the Bible. Anyways, I digress though. But I remember it was a few years ago, my brother had some edibles and he ate some edibles. The nigga was tripping balls. And I do a lot of clever, weird things that only people that are outside of the matrix mental entrapment would notice, see, and take note of. Like, and some people, they're so hip to it, they'll catch on. And, oh, what? This nigga's smart. Wait a minute, he sees all of this and uses it? I'm like, that's trippy. But my brother, he was super high, and marijuana is basically one of those mind-altering hippie upper, downer, whatever. You know what I mean? Basically, it's an hallucinogen. It's a downer, but it's a hallucinogen nonetheless. And he was just super high. It hit him way above his tolerance. And I was driving him around and I was pointing things out, and I do things silently, and it started clicking. And I was taking his ass home, and this nigga, he was like, wait, you knew they were gonna do this before they did it. You saw how they moved it, and he started seeing it, and it started bothering me, because even though he's an NPC, it's like the door was kind of slightly open for him to see that everything is kind of pre-programmed for most of us in life, like even within our own bodies, in our own mindsets. And I'm like, oh shit, maybe this nigga's gonna be curious, because he just saw a whole lot of shit that's not normal to the human experience. That is normally, I don't need it. So I never needed substances to see it, but I guess obviously most people do. And then next day, 2 days later, next day you remembered a little bit, 2 days later, back to NPC. My point in being is that I don't even think all people can wake up. I don't even think most people can wake up from NPCs. I think they are literally made to be that way. But at the same time, and it's not like I'm having any hope out for it, it's not my job. Because at the end of the day, even if you wake up, if you don't find God and you see all this extra strange shit, you're fucked. So again, it's not my job, but it's like, if God could do anything, within that anything, God can turn an NPC into a spirited being. And I know this is like some weird undercover, scientists actually research this, but this is some weird taboo science that isn't going to be known to the public. Because if the public found this out, and seeing that most of the public's NPCs, most people will be offended, and even increasingly more offensive. And people are already retarded and irate enough as is. So it's going to have to lay in its back burner. But like and subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think.